Everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome back. Oh my gosh, it is a Friday. In case you're not seeing this on Friday, it's Friday. End of the week. Another amazing week taking us into Halloween, which is always fun. So many exciting things happening on Halloween. And of course, then we're into November and we have our holidays coming up. So everything just kind of starts rolling for us at this point. So today I wanted to come and talk with you a little bit about self-sabotage, because guess what? During the holidays, this can actually be a big deal. I don't know if have you ever experienced self-sabotage? I think most of us have, but let's talk a little bit about what it is. Obviously, pretty simple concept is self-sabotage is when we have a goal, we have a target, we have something we really want to accomplish. And as we're getting closer to that, we do something that happens that creates a block or an obstacle to us reaching that goal. And then we kind of throw things out the window and we either start over or we give up for a while and then we come back to it later with kind of that feeling of, oh, I blew it, disappointment, feeling like we messed up and we are feeling guilty, sad, like we just can't do it. So I wanted to talk with you today about that concept of self-sabotage. And the first thing that came to my mind when I think about self-sabotage is this book, The Big Leap. Duh. Can you see that? The Big Leap. This book is amazing. It's by Gay Hendricks, Hendricks, if you're looking for a good read. It's not too long, pretty decent, about 200 pages, not too bad. But the book in essence is about that concept we just talked about, self-sabotage. It's about reaching those goals, taking the leap forward to move yourself closer to those goals that you want to get to. And it talks about that concept of self-sabotage because we all experience a time where we feel like we just can't get where we want to go. Something is always happening, something always gets in our way. And a lot of the times the things get in our way are things that we have created ourselves, or we've taken our foot off the gas, or right, we are focusing on things that don't get us toward our goal, and then we lose sight of where we want to go. So one concept that he talks about in The Big Leap actually has to do with our upper limit belief system. So what that is we have this goal. Say you have a goal of making $10,000 a month, or you have a goal of losing 15 pounds, or you have a goal of running a half marathon, right? And so what happens is we get to a certain point where, say you've lost 10 of the 15 pounds and you're like, super great, I lost 10 of my 15 pounds, and now I decide to have a fun cheat day, or this thing is happening this weekend and I'm just gonna let off the gas a little bit here and I'm gonna do a couple of things that I wouldn't normally do. And then you try to get back to it and you can't, and you just continue to not get back to where you were going. So instead of reaching that 15 pounds, you got to your 10, and because your belief system around that upper limit, like maybe you really only believe you can lose that 10 pounds, something happens. Things start to happen. You take your foot off the gas. And it's kind of built into our brain. If we have this self-limiting belief system, that upper limit belief, that we can't get further than that point. Or if you want to make six figures, right? You want to make six figures in a week, say you're $10,000 a month, 120 grand a year, you want to get to that point. And right before you're going to get that big job promotion, or right before, you're going to you get enough clients to get to that point, something happens. You stop doing the advertising you were doing. You stop going out and talking to the clients that you were talking to. You stop making those appointments. You start sleeping in at work. You start, doing all those things. And all of a sudden that promotion is gone because who you were and what you were doing, you stopped doing all those things, even though that is inherently who you are. You stop doing those things because inside of you, there's this thing that's telling you, you don't deserve it. You aren't worthy of it. You just it's just not, it's just not in there for you for some reason. And usually those beliefs around being not worthy of whatever it is your goal is, or you can't do it, or feeling inferior, or feeling like you don't deserve it, those are kind of deep-seated beliefs that come from a space, usually way back in our past. So how do we stop doing that self-sabotaging thing? That's a great question. How do we stop doing that? First of all, we have to bring awareness to it. Okay. So if you set a goal of 15 pounds, or you set a goal of 20 pounds to lose, okay, so you have 20 pounds to lose. So what we need to do is keep paying attention to what we're doing as we're losing that weight. So you're increasing your steps, you're drinking all your water, you're making sure you're eating your protein, you're hitting your macros, you're getting the good training in that you're supposed to be getting and not overtraining, you're making sure that you're sleeping really well, getting to bed at a good time, waking up, getting that recovery, and you're doing all those things, and you're going and going, and you're losing a pound a week, or you're losing half a pound a week, and you just keep going and keep going and keep going. And when you get to that 10 pounds, you need to be aware and go, okay, wait, this is where I usually fall off the wagon. So keep going. This is where you can enlist the aid of other people's help. Hey, I need some help with this. I need you to help me be accountable, right? So other people can join in and help you in that awareness and be like, okay, so, or you're going for that big job promotion, and you know that when you start to get tired, and you need to keep your foot on the gas, and you need to be on it all the time, and you start to get to that point where you start to feel tired, like, oh, and those questions start going through your head, those self-limiting questions and those self-limiting conversations that happen where you're like, oh, I'm just so tired, and oh, is it worth it? And those kinds of things. That's when you have to turn the tables on yourself and say, it's okay. You're just in a rough spot. You've been here before. We can get through this. So bringing awareness to your thoughts and your feelings around those times is super, super important. And then changing those beliefs, changing what your mind is saying to you, enlisting the help of other people so that you can get over that hump. Because honest to goodness, once you get over that little hump and you break through that upper limit barrier, you're going to reach those goals. You'll reach those goals every time. Maybe it's a goal of I keep losing the same 15 pounds and I never keep it off. Well, that's when you have the conversation of, okay, I've lost the 15 pounds. That doesn't mean that I need to stop doing the things I've been doing. That just means that I can now modify and adjust a little bit. So every once in a while, I can have a slice of pizza, but not every day. It's not, you've heard of those people, they go, oh, I lost my 20 pounds. And the next day they're out drinking beer and eating pizza and having ice cream and doing all the things in that one day. Well, that's going to bring you back to step one. Let's not go back to step one. That's actually part of a self-limiting belief right there. That's self-sabotage right there, because now you've lost the weight, but you've rewarded yourself with all the things that you didn't have. So how about if you tell yourself, now I can start to have a thing a week, right? So you add back little things. So really what we have to do when we come upon these upper limit beliefs, we come upon self-sabotage, is bring awareness to ourselves and say, okay, I've done this before. How can I stop this cycle from happening? Do I need to enlist the aid of a friend? Do I need a coach? How am I talking to myself? Can I write myself little sticky notes on the mirror in the morning? How can I change what's happening in my head so that I can continue to move forward and continue to move towards my goals and not sabotage myself? It starts with awareness, and then we have to work on, I am worthy of this. I am good enough to keep these 15 pounds off. I know I can. I've done the hard part already. I've gotten it off. Now, how do I keep it off? I keep doing these things, right? Maybe you enlist the aid of a counselor to help. Who knows, right? It's whatever it takes for you to continue to control those beliefs and change, not even control, change those beliefs, because you do deserve all of the good things. You deserve to reach your goals. You deserve a good amount of money for you to survive or even thrive, or even own whatever the things you want to own and spend money on the things you want. You deserve all those things. You deserve to lose those 15 pounds and keep them off. You deserve to feel good, right? So this is a great book. I'm highly recommending it. The Big Leap, Gay Hendricks, excellent book. When we're talking about self-sabotage, he gives a lot of really great examples and ways that you can enhance your life through getting around those self-limiting beliefs, getting around self-sabotage through awareness, through adding in good incremental things into your life to help you with your own self-acceptance and your self-worth. It's a great tool to have on hand for those days when you're feeling like you might self-sabotage by laying on the couch and not doing the things that you've been doing that make you successful, right? So I suggest the book. Also, if you need any help or have any questions, I would love to be able to answer questions, love to help you out. That's what I'm here for. I just want your life to be the best life that you can have. And how we do that is we get rid of that self-sabotage and we just keep moving forward, because you deserve all the best every single day. Have a great weekend. Have a great Halloween, everyone. And we'll see you back here real soon.